Ready for another edition of Warpaint TV? Brought to you by Cotman Transmission, Olathe, Kansas, 913-768-1555.
Are you ready for some real football?
Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium, Warpaint TV. Once again, I'm Shane Williams here with Chiefs insider Nick Athan. September 11th, 2011. Nick, the Chiefs' embarrassing home opening loss to the Buffalo Bills, 41-7. As a Chiefs fan, I've been a season ticket holder now for 20 years. This is the worst loss I've ever seen. Who's to blame for this?
Well, the entire organization is really to blame for this. I mean, it's the worst loss in opening day history of this franchise, and they've been around forever from the '60s, and really, Todd Haley has a hand in this. Scott Pioli does. The players do. The coaches. I mean, everybody has to be held accountable. Listen, this is not surprising. We told you that the approach that Todd Haley was taking in the offseason, what offseason they had in training camp in the preseason, wasn't going to be successful because these guys weren't ready to play. He said from day one at training camp, my focus is to get us ready for September 11th to face the Buffalo Bills. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. And, we took a lot of grief on the Warpaint Illustrated message boards. I made some comments about the approach. I disagree with it. That's my opinion. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I want the Chiefs to win. They weren't competitive today against a team that won 4 games a year ago, had question marks on their offensive line, had their top cornerback go out in the first quarter. And what did we get today? We got more injuries. Eric Berry, we don't know if it's a knee or ankle or what the situation is, but he didn't have a whiff of coming back. They're working on his knee on the sidelines. They've lost Tony Moeaki. They've lost maybe potentially Eric Berry. They almost got Matt Castle killed. They've lost Brandon Seiler, which is an accident, an injury that happened at the last play of a training camp session. So, listen, as we said, the first 4 games are going to be the proof in the pudding. But right now it's setting up where the Chiefs could start the season 0-3 because of their embarrassment loss today against the Buffalo Bills team that, quite honestly, they weren't prepared to play.
How does Todd Haley, get the ship back on the water sailing? I mean, it's unexplainable, shocking. How does he get these teams to play better?
I don't know how he's going to put it together, to be honest with you. I mean, I really don't. They didn't have any energy today. They had a poor offensive game plan. The defense didn't come to play, but they were out there a long time. He only had 1 sack. I mean, I don't know how many times Ryan Fitzpatrick threw the ball, but they were throwing it on every down, every series. It didn't matter virtually what quarter they were in. They did what they had to do, and they did it well, and they beat him. Chan Gailey you can say what you want. He's a good offensive mind. He's a good offensive coordinator, and he played a game, 4 wide receiver sets. It's not like they didn't know this was coming. But they didn't have enough talent in the secondary. They were slow with the safety position. All the safeties played bad today. It was horrific. The no bump and run coverage. You look at the opposite side, and you look what the Bills were doing against the Chiefs, jamming up Dwayne Bowe. They weren't worried about anybody else catching the ball, and that's why you saw these dink and dunks by Matt Castle. But to answer your question, Detroit's a good football team. The Chargers are going to be a good football team, and then you come home to face the Vikings. So at this point, I'm not really sure if you're going to be able to turn this ship around, maybe until after the bye week. Before the game, the fans who celebrated 9/11, the chants of USA, USA, the flyovers, the ambiance in the crowd. I walked the crowd for a good 45 minutes today, just myself, walking around and seeing the tailgating and how people were into it. They were ready to forget the offseason, forget the preseason, and move on and celebrate a team that they think can repeat as AFC West champions. They stood their grounds for almost 3 quarters. They supported this football team, and finally in the 4th quarter they left. So at the end of the day, kudos to them. Those were the real winners today, and the way this country celebrated 9/11 was something that was really helpful.
You heard it here first from Chiefs insider Nick Athan. Once again, I'm Shane Williams with Warpaint TV from Arrowhead Stadium, Buffalo Bills 41, Kansas City Chiefs 7. Until next time, thank you.
Don't miss another edition of Warpaint Illustrated, the magazine. To get your subscription today, call 888-979-0979. That's 888-979-0979, or check out warpaintillustrated.com.